Hello, this is a video to introduce you to the EDGE-iTag tools that are part of Plant EDGE. EDGE-iTag is used to place intelligent bubbles onto the drawing, and the reason they're intelligent is that there's a connection maintained between the actual 3D component and the tag, so that if any of the data inside the 3D component, such as its tag or line number or mark or assembly, changes, then also the bubbles text will also change. So that is the intelligent portion of EDGE-iTag. Next, we will look at some of the settings associated with EDGE-iTag. On the EDGE-iTag toolbar, there's a EDGE-iTag settings button, which will bring up a dialog that will show you where each one of these blocks are located on the server. Now, typically you would not need to change these, but this is just a reference to know where the graphics for each one of these blocks comes from. Next, we will look at what each one of these buttons on the EDGE-iTag toolbar does. Each one is designed to bring in either a different graphic and associated data with it. For example, the first button, the item ball, will bring in the mark number. The second one, the instrument tag, will bring in just the tag value. The assembly one will bring in the assembly group number. The equipment tag will bring in the tag value. The valve tag will will combine the size and the tag and then place that in the model. The line number tag will just place the line number. The special tag will place the tag into the model, and the schedule of openings will just take the first portion of the tag before the dash, for example LCV, and place that into the model. Next, we will review how to insert these tags into the model drawing. To do this, you simply just click on the toolbar button. At the command line, as you can see, it's asking you to select an entity, and since this entity is in the current drawing, we'll just hit enter, pick the component, and then place your tag. Now this command runs in a loop, so you can do multiple components at the same time. And to exit out of the command, you just simply cancel and the command will end. EDGE-iTag also has an option to place tags in the current drawing from items that are in an XREF. For example, my steel here is all in an XREF, but I want to place a mark for it here in the current layout. So when I start my EDGE-iTag commands, I have an option X for XREF, so I enter X, and then I can pick my XREF entity and then place my tag, very similar to if that component was in this current drawing. 3 of the tag types have additional options through the toolbar flyout. So you can draw a tag with a bubble, a tag with just a leader, or a tag with no leader. So the equipment tag, the valve tag, and the line number tag have this option. So if we do that, let's draw this line number. We pick it and we get the bubble. If we do the second option, which is with the leader, you can see that we get a leader. And the third option, which is with no leader. Next, we will review some additional options that are available to insert the tags. In this example, I want to have a TW tag and a TI tag next to each other. I don't want the leader line for the TI tag, and I want it to be perfectly lined up next to the TW. So to do this, we'll first insert the TW tag. And then when you pick the TI, you'll see there are additional options here at the command line of 2, 4, 6, and 8. And they represent kind of the number on your keyboard of 2, 4, 6, and 8. So this tag, I want to be at right here, which represents this number 6 position. So if I enter 6 at the command line, and then pick that, my tag will be perfectly lined up there. So for example, let's say I wanted to place the tag right up here. Well, that represents the number 2 position. So I'll pick that, enter 2 at the command line, pick that, and that will be at the 2 position. So that's what these numbers represent: 2, 4, 6, and 8 different quadrants that you can place in. Also at the command line, there is one additional option of 5. What this does is allows you to freely place the tag anywhere you want, and the leader line will not be drawn. In addition, when inserting tags, it's always good to have your quadrant object snap on, so it's easy to snap to the 4 quadrants of the circle. We previously looked at inserting tags from the toolbar, but you also have the option of inserting tags through EDGE. So I'll bring up EDGE here, and let's say I wanted to insert tags for these 2 components. So what I would do is I would select them in my EDGE grid, and then as you can see in the ribbon here for EDGE tools, there's an EDGE-iTag panel which has all pretty much the same options as the toolbar. So I want to tag these 2 items, so I'll pick those. Pick that instrument tag, minimize EDGE, and as you can see at the command line, it is asking me to select my viewport. So I will select the viewport, and then I will place my 2 tags that I had selected in EDGE. Another way to use EDGE to start all your tagging is, let's say you wanted to place all these BOM marks in the drawing. To do this, you would start EDGE, and then make sure that you're in the single mode. BOM steel is your layout, and tagged is not on. So that'll list all your steel components. Then I can just simply select however many I want it to tag, and then pick my item tag, minimize EDGE, and now same thing, I'll select my viewport, and now I can start placing all of these marks into the drawing very quickly. And as you can see, this is a lot quicker than obviously doing it individually from the toolbar. Now if there's one that I don't want to tag, I can always use the S option at the command line, and that will skip that one.